Hey YouTube, what's going on? Huntayame here, bringing you guys a really quick video. As you can see, we're taking a look at Saren, a warframe that has become one of my favorite frames in the game. So when I started playing Warframe, I started out with Mag and Trinity, and I really enjoy both of those Warframes a lot, actually, despite what some people might say about Mag and whatnot. But I love both of those Warframes. And I got Saren Prime like really like late into my playthrough. Like I was really grinding out the game and grinding levels and stuff like that. And I finally got Saren Prime and I played her a little bit and I didn't totally understand her. But like as the time went on, I kind of got to play her a bit and I did some research and looked into some videos and stuff like that. I got a better feel for how her kit works, how she functions, what she's good at, things that you got to be wary of, and ultimately, I've fallen in love with this Warframe. Like I can't put it any other way. I absolutely love Saren. So on Saren, typically what I tend to run her on, especially when I'm doing ESO, is I'll run the Supra with her, and I will run my Zaw Tamashi Reaper. Just so you can look at the build for the Zaw. I have Prime Fever Strike, Prime Reach, Blood Rush, Pressure Point, Drifting Contact, Berserker, Vicious Frost, and Condition Overload, because Condition Overload on Saren is absolutely stupid. It's fantastic stuff. And then primary doesn't really matter. I just run the Supra simply before the augment, entry burst, which is going to give me energy back because of the Syndicate proc from Cephalon Suda. This kind of gives me the bonus status chance also helps a lot for the weapon, but the +1 entropy is really what I have this for, is because I get that energy return, which allows Saren to be kind of energy hungry and not have to stress as hard about it. That being said, here are the builds for Saren that I have. These builds are a work in progress. I'm kind of one, and the one build that I'm referring to is going to be my main build. This one here, it's kind of hinging on the idea that I will get an Umbral Forma in Season 2 of Nightwave. If I do, then I'll only have to form a Saren once. If not, I probably have to form her twice, which isn't a big deal, but it's something that I would have to do, and I'd rather not have to do, if I can be completely honest. But yeah, energy siphon, cunning drift. So energy comes back to her. Cunning drift for range, stretches for range, as well as augur reach. Regenerative molt. I run this augment on all of my builds. It's completely invaluable. The healing is just way too good for me to pass up. Prime continuity for duration, transient fortitude, umbral intensifies for power strength, and then adaptation gives me a bit of extra survivability along with vitality. Now, if I use the Umbral Forma, I will change Vitality to Umbral Vitality, and Adaptation would just go down here. So that's kind of what the idea is in the event of all things working out the way that I would like them to. Here's my ESO build. This build is literally the same thing as my main build. The only difference is instead of running Adaptation, I have Hunter Adrenaline, so Saren has unlimited energy, and every time I take hits to my health, I can like get that energy back and deal with that kind of energy hungry nature that she tends to come with. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same, and it works really well, especially in ESO and SO, for the sheer fact that I have enough range to cover the tile set for the most part, and I am doing enough damage where things will die rather efficiently. This last one's kind of a little endurance build. This one doesn't necessarily focus too much on health, really at all, just because, simply put, after a certain point, you're going to be getting one shot anyways, so it's kind of just not worth it to build into it, which is why I kind of just run this. I have Streamline for efficiency so I can cast more, stretch and stuff is still on here. I have Blind Rage for even more power strength, Power Drift to enhance that power strength, as well as Augur Secrets and Umbral Intensify. Overextended is giving me range, so even though I'm taking that hit to my strength, I'm getting a lot of range out of it, so I can cover even more of a tile set. And then Prime Continuity is obviously still here for that duration. Arcanes on these builds are kind of just my own choice here. So I have Arcane Strike and Arcane Energize, I believe, on these two builds just because I like running this setup. But for ESO specifically, I have Grace and Energize. Energize for more energy, and then Grace because more survivability for Saren is always a good thing. I'm going to kind of focus around this build here just because this is the one that I use the most often. And yeah, we're going to kind of get into it really quickly. So to kind of show you guys basically how this all works out together, we're going to kind of spawn in some guinea pigs. Level 110 heavy gunners ought to do it. I can spawn about 8 of them. I'm going to spawn them in unpaused for a moment, just so you guys can see how adaptation is going to pan out with it all, and you guys will get an idea of basically how this build works. Alright, so let me go ahead and make sure I have my energy up. Alright, I do. Sweet. So I'm going to come in here. cast this. I'm gonna cast that. And as you can see, they can't kill me. And they die insanely quick. I don't know why this guy's always over here. Just gonna sneak off the map. Like I just did. Feels bad, man. But yeah. That pretty much is a rather rough idea of how that works, right? And it's pretty much how I can run her in ESO. Because of her 3, Toxic Lash, I'm going to be doing toxin damage, and I get a lot of status chance off of this, coupled with my my Zaw here, which is going to be doing viral damage, so it's kind of pumps up my viral a lot. And my status chance on this is already pretty high, so it's allowing me to inflict status practically instantly and proc condition overload, which is phenomenal for me. In addition to that, if I wanted to, I could make this a little bit more effective, right? Like let's say we go ahead and simulate these guys again real quick. Oh shit, oops. They killed me, feels bad. Let's go ahead and run it again. Go ahead and cast it from over here. So we have the general remote here. Go ahead and nuke them at 4, and there you go. Everyone's dead. So 4 is going to be my widespread viral proc, which basically is going to, you know, inflict viral on everybody, which that plus spores doing the corrosive damage, eating away at whatever armor was left, and then, you know, my 3 allowing me to kill. It pretty much renders everything dead. They all die. So really quickly, just to kind of show just another cool thing, I guess, the basic thing of how Saren works and how you're going to use her a lot of the time. We're going to pause the enemies this time. I don't need to be invincible for that. We're just going to spawn them in. So, really simply put, how this works is, oh, I blew up. So how this works is in a much super simple sense is what you would want to do. Cast 3, because 3 allows you to spread your spores really quickly. Press 1 on an enemy, and then hit them. And basically your spores spread to just about everybody that they can. And everyone's going to take damage takes from that. And as you can see, the number is ramping up. And because of my damage that I have on it right now, they're going to be taking a lot of damage. I can continue to spread these spores if I have more enemies. All I have to do is keep hitting them as long as Toxic Lash is up. And I will continue to spread them. As you can see, their armor now is pretty much completely stripped. So the corrosive isn't really doing a whole lot. But I can still do 4 for the viral proc, which is going to make matters even worse for these guys. And let's see what else we kind of, well, that one's dead. And as you can see, these guys are still absolutely getting shredded by these spores because now there's more spores on them to do more damage. It's pretty ridiculous. But just to speed it up, we're just going to go ahead and do that and kill them. So that's essentially the idea behind this build. It's really good. Like I said, Regenerative Molt is just basically your decoy. But this is more, I'm using this more for the healing more than anything else. This is probably the one ability that doesn't super matter to me. The speed buff is kind of nice, though. I'm not going to lie. The speed buff is pretty nice. It allows me to get to places pretty quickly and continue on my combo counter. So that's kind of pretty useful. But yeah, dudes, that's pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to show this off really quickly. I mean, I just thought it was a really cool build. I thought my Saren also looked pretty cool. It's weird, right? Like, I like this deluxe skin, but I don't love it. Like, I don't know what it is about the skin that throws me off. I'm kind of waiting for the Nintendo Gen stuff to come out on Switch so that I can get that instead and run that on my Saren. But right now, this is kind of doing it for me. I'm not going to lie. And just really quickly, we'll just kind of, you know... Oh, whoops. I definitely forgot to unpause these guys. So, there's my derp for the video. Totally forgot to pause them, so we're just going to kill them and simulate again. Well, God. And unpause them. Okay, there we go. This time we're going to press 4 first. Cast this. The kicking in. And everybody's dead. And yeah, that's pretty much my Saren. This is the build for her, and I absolutely love this frame. Just thought I would show that off for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, please leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. If not, feel free to leave a dislike. If you have any feedback or anything for me in the channel, as always, please put it down in the comment section below. Or if you just want to chit chat, I'm all for that as well. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the video. It's been your boy. Take it easy. Ooh, almost forgot to do the emotes. What are you guys in the mood for? You know what? Let's do Tenacon again. That's actually pretty close by, so let's do Tenacon. Yep, that's going to do it, guys. Adios.